2003. So it is this sin, it is not the bitterness that he loved that worried him. And then he said, well, it will appear now nothing is going to change this sin. It's like, well, it's a country of over 150 million. I'm trying my best. I've made my own contribution, and my contribution is not recognized, and surely it's better to keep off from this.
This is his eldest daughter, Abuja. She suffered all her life with sickle cell disease, and then a confluence of events, a few days with the announcement, she also died. So that shook him very much. But I would say that the death of his daughter shook him more than the loss of the election.
There is what the sickle cell anemia. There are people who are SA, there are people who are SS. So I think when the developed country found about this sickle cell disease, they try to stop marriage between AS and SS, so that they don't have this sickle cell anemia. My late first wife, unfortunately, I think she is SA or AS, and my two children, my first daughter and my first son, happened to be SS, and they died of it. It was hard, but when I gave to my second wife, I asked who introduced her to me that she must be AA. So if my child took the S from me, he could only pick S from A from her. So AS is not really susceptible to the anemia.
So in 2013-2014, you decided to team up with the other opposition parties. How did that come about?
The PDP. We are so confident that nobody could remove them. And I think we just ignored even being careful. So we persuaded the other parties. The CPC, Congress for Progressive Change, which I was leading, the ACN from Southwest mostly, Abuja from Southeast geopolitical zones. I said until we came together, there was no way we could remove PDP. I persuaded them, they agreed. Aswaju, Tinubu, from the north, from CPC, this was myself, and then from the southeast, Abuja, Coronation. So we got people from various parties to come together.
Now you had a strong opposition party, but you almost got killed before the election.
I think Kwankwaso was very generous. He gave me an armored vehicle, a Land Rover. He said I should be using it because he believed that the competition I'm about to, I'm going on, I think there are people who really wouldn't like to compete with me. They would like to eliminate me. I said, okay. So I had to go to Kano, and I somehow I was using that Jeep, and a vehicle near the secretariat, federal secretariat in Kaduna, wanted to overtake us. My escort stopped them. But before we go on the overhead bridge, which was parallel to our filling station on the right as we are leaving Kaduna from Zaria, they just blew the thing. And when I looked, I saw the pieces of human beings. People who were either blasted by the bomb. We were traveling in the car. On my left was wrong on my left. Because the bag, the crash bag which is in the vehicle had some of them. The one on my side was blown. The one on his side I think was not blown, so he was wrong on my left. And when I looked, I saw blood on my trousers and on my gown. But none of us, the two people in the vehicle and two of us behind, four of us, none of us were injured. But somehow I saw blood because of the number of people killed outside and because of the bomb. And I came out, I was concerned with the dead people, but some people stopped our vehicle, pushed me inside and drove me home. And this was the end of it. This is how efficient the Nigerian security agents are up to today.
It is now my pleasure to hand over the certificate of return as prepared by the National Convention Planning Committee to the winner of the All Progressives Congress presidential primary, General Muhammadu Buhari, retired.
Throughout the campaign, I went around with buses and lots in the travel from state to state. I recall in particular, we were at I think it was in Zamfara where we saw these young people, and this always happened, of course, pressing themselves against the window of the bus that went around, shouting, say Baba, Baba, and he said, look at the faces of these young people. He says the expectations are high, very, very high. He says, and they expect us to do magic the moment we get into office. And look at all of them.
Here in Kaduna, we voted for General Muhammadu Buhari, not because he's a northerner or a Muslim, but because we believe he's going to bring change, he's going to stop the insecurity, the corruption, and the carelessness and the impunity.
Muhammadu Buhari of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Muhammad Buhari do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve.
Don't forget that I tried 3 times. 2003, I think 2007, and 2011. And I ended up in Supreme Court 3 times. The first time, I want to address the president, and some Nigerians that were very curious. I was expecting sympathy, but the group laughed at me. So I said, okay, God day. And God sent technology. With permanent voters card, PVC, it's very difficult, to do what politicians used to do in Nigeria.
Well, some of us will claim credit to the fact that we are popular, but key is the character of our candidate. If with character, there is essential to salvage the country. The country was in so much crisis financially, security-wise, in every ramification. This is the victory that is completely due to the support of the people. The normal elite, those who normally decide things, were all against this movement when it came to victory. And I knew the country needed Buhari, and it has got it now. It's one of the best moments in my life. I didn't know I was going to be part of the government, but the fact that Buhari has won was just enough for me as a cause for happiness for this nation. I remember that very, very day when the announcement was made. He from his office in the way to upstairs, he came down to my office, and I look at him, in the way he was looking in the ceiling in very passive mood. After some 1 or 2 minutes, I said, "Sir, I would not like to congratulate you. I would rather pity you." He said, "Thank you. Thank you." So we went out, back to his office.
He is a man of inflexible integrity. He is also a very simple man, a very religious man, and also dedicated to Nigeria. If he has political views, he put Nigeria together is the best for all the peoples.
He's a man of his words. He's a man of honor. He's a man of courage. He's a man of uprightness. He's a nonsense man. He has never, for once that I know him, done anything that will advance his selfish interest, either for himself as a person, for friends, for family.
He believes in the ultimate goodness of each and every Nigerian, including those of us who work with us. Yes, he will discuss challenges with you, but ultimately he always believes that you will do the right thing.
Muhammad Buhari listens a lot. He is not too much in a hurry to take decisions, and he is also very considerate. So Nigeria is a very complex place. You need to take measured decisions because every decision you take will impact on the lives of people. So, but he is a very, very thorough leader. There are so many adjectives you can use to describe Buhari, but really, he is a leader whose time has come, and he has led this country very, very well. And under circumstances, the leader will probably be sending his people or be asking you to do this for him. Buhari has never sent anybody to me in the last 7 years to do anything for him or for the person.
I have had the privilege of serving 7 Nigerian presidents in my public career. The styles of leaderships are different, the circumstances are different, but as a boss, he supports, he gives you the resources to do your work. You can say anything about him or his policies, but nobody doubts his integrity. His commitment to ensure that public resources are very well managed, and that he cares about all parts of the country, including those that may not have voted for him, conspicuously not voted for him in several elections that he has undergone in this country. The driver took me from his house to go to Governor Rufai's house. And when we got to Rufai's house in Kaduna, his driver said, "Daddy," he was referring to me, "I'd like you to pray with me." I said, "Beg your pardon." He said, "I call you Daddy." I said, "I do not pray the Muslim prayer. I can only pray for you as a Christian." He said, "I'm a Christian. I'm a member of every church and I'm born again. I've been driving him for 10 years. This is the third or so electoral process that I've driven him." I said, "You're a Christian?" He said, "Yes." I prayed with him. That was very shocking to me. second thing that I received as a shocker, a serious shock, being the first flag off in Kaduna was such a mammoth crowd. And it ended when we pushed that DWC a stampede. And then after the flag off, we got to his home and he staggered. And I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I said, excuse me, sir? Because I would have said, if that was your word. And I looked at him and said, Pastor, you don't have monopoly of Jesus Christ. Okay? I calmed down, I left it. Then we were in Abuja. And everybody else going to his hotel apartment, Coronation Street, and Transcorp Hilton. And I met his bodyguards at the door. And one of them said, good morning, sir. And good morning, Daddy. I said, why do you call me Daddy? He said, you're a grandfather actually, because our pastor is your son in the faith. We go to Lighthouse. And I'm saying, what kind of a man is this? Never at once try to hinder my faith or to try to say, to be irritated by me. And all around him, a quick and this and that were Christians.
So how do you think it's Abuja? This is Brotherhood knows sometimes. No, Abuja effectiveness protected by security and COVID-19. Security didn't allow people to receive the certificate of positive. So I am thanking the security and positive. What do you find behind it? You'll be 80 in December. Yes. You walk from the north today. Mm-hmm. You walked almost an hour now. So where do you find this energy? I mean, I'm younger and I'm tired. Yes. If you are really the one like me, I think you would have been stronger. There's a crazy one that was going around about you are not Buhari. Did you hear about it? Yeah, people said that somebody from Sudan. They even still mentioned the name. I didn't bother. Nigerian, when they don't understand, see they create their own mysterious way of explaining themselves. Does it help that you have your sense of humor to find those things funny? No, it's not funny because those who are advocating or who are making this statement, they just want to be cheeky. They want to distract attention from the main issue. Our main issue is good infrastructure. Make people aware that they need to work hard to live well. They just can't, enjoy life without earning the respect of their community and so on. After you leave the presidency, what are you going to miss the most about the presidency? I wonder if I'm going to miss much. I think I'm being harassed. I believe myself that I'm trying my best, but still my best is not good enough. Because there are people around that think that they can intimidate authority to make what they want instead of going through established systems, and earn whatever they want to earn. There are some people who want to behave, who are clever by half the people to go to. When I left secondary school, I came back here. This is my base. Coup, counter-coup, civil war, coup, counter-coup, detention. I have gone through it all. I have tried hard enough. I think I have tried hard enough. The results are obvious, and I'm feeling very hard that I will end up well.
NTA. You can't beat Deutsch. Issues in the sports sector remain one of the most debated among Nigerians due to the passion, followership, government involvement's impact on Nigeria's external image and our national life in the sports parliament. The NTA offers Nigerians deep views on issues with experts in the sports sector, offering in-depth analysis, insight and qualified towards elevating Nigerian sports to the zenith of the sports parliament. Sports Parliament, a unique platform for sports discussions, showing live on the NTA. Keep a day with the parliamentarians. We have it.
"24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile device to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International.
Hello, Happy New Year. We thank God. Year 2022 was quite a busy one. It was loaded with the good, the bad, and the ugly. But in all, we have many reasons to be thankful to God. His mercies, grace, divine protection, and much more. So many to give thanks to Him for. I am Jennifer Igwe. Thank you for joining us for this first edition of Newsline in the year 2023. So good to be alive, and I'm sure many are thankful that way as well. Now, people the world over celebrate the new year on January 1st. It is, in fact, one of the oldest holidays in the world. The new year was ushered in Nigeria with lots of emotions, prayers, and diverse events. Some very dramatic and entertaining, and others spiritual with optimism. Our correspondents have features on how the new year was celebrated in different parts of the country. Then, let me ask, have you made your New Year resolution? I'm smiling because the tradition most times amount to empty promises as people hardly follow through their decisions. Funny. Why, really? Our correspondent will help us understand. Stay tuned to find out why indigenous resident communities in the Calabar pay special homage to the Obong of Calabar. Plus, the grand tabaning of the Sardona Katsina. We have other interesting stories as well. But first, the news segment, and Claire Adelabu Abdurazak in Abuja is on standby. Claire, Happy New Year. I want you to take your hands off your chin. Happy New Year. We have a lot to thank God for. And do you know that we have more than 11 cultures or thereabout who do not celebrate New Year on the 1st of January like every other person?
Well, that's it's not unexpected, of course, given the diverse cultures you talked about. But let's acknowledge that 2022 was a remarkable year, ending, of course, with three great personalities. We're talking about Pele, passing on at over 80. We're talking about Elizabeth Walters. Of course, you know her. She was the first female, one of the female pioneers in broadcasting. It also went along with former Pope Emeritus Benedict at the age of 93. What a year, we would say. But of course, if you look close to my eyes, you'll find that I didn't have enough sleep. I was watching from NTA to the other stations, trying to catch up with the blast of fireworks, Jennifer. But I'll come back to you after the news. Hello, compliments of the season, and welcome to Abuja. Let's begin with the news. Nigerians joined the rest of the world to bid farewell to the year 2022. Now, in parts of the country, the new year 2023 was ushered in with religious prayers as well as fireworks. In case you missed part of it, we now bring you a compilation of how the crossover nights went in parts of the country. Here is Joseph Watson with the report.
2022 has come and gone with its ups and downs, but for many who made it to 2023, the first thing is to thank God for the grace that ushered them into the new year.
And we pray that all Nigerians, we should praise one another, we should live in peace with one another.
We are going to make the difference and affect our generation positively for Christ.
From the First Baptist Church, Garki, Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja, Church of the Assumption, Asokoro, to Methodist Church, Wuse, and other churches in Abuja, clergies hinge their messages on seeking supernatural strength for Nigeria to cross every hurdle.
The threat of war, the threat of the election not even holding, people not sure. But then in all this, God is telling us that He is our refuge.
Make sure that we'll stay on the Lord's side, and as the Lord is going with us, He will give us rest on every side.
To be peaceful Nigerians, patriotic Nigerians, Nigerians who interrelate well.
From other parts of the country, Kehinde Omolosho reports from Ilorin that Christians converge at various churches to give praises and thanks to God for witnessing the new year.
If all the Christians stand and pray for Nigeria this year, something great will happen.
Being a day of worship and the first in the year 2023, the message of hope, peace, faith, and commitment to God dominated New Year services in churches across Lagos, as reported by Hingino John Adams.
Let's build a nation, a great nation, a wonderful nation where no man will be oppressed.
When you sit down and think deep, you will know that God is truly worthy of thanksgiving.
And Gabriel Amonike reports that Nigerians in Port Harcourt are hopeful of a better future for their families and the nation. And from the seat of the Caliphate, Zainab Saidu Abdul Nasser reports that Christians were admonished to be dedicated to God and limit their expectations for the year 2023 to be fruitful.
The odd life we live in 2022, we should not carry it into 2023. We should drop it behind and start living good life.
For Christians in Abia State, it was a time for gratitude to God for seeing the new year. Nneka Ono reports that clergies in their messages advise faithful to hope for a better year. Joseph Uthan, NTA News.
We're back in Abuja, where the First Lady Aisha Muhammad Buhari has again raised the need for pregnant women to head to pre- and post-natal antenatal clinics to address maternal challenges. Now, that was during the First Lady's annual visit to hospitals in the FCT to herald the arrival of New Year babies. 2023 New Year baby Chemela was born at the Kubwa General Hospital on the outskirts of Abuja. Ngozi Technical reports.
While many anticipate the counting of their blessing in the year 2023, for the family of Uchenna Ugwota is prayer answered as few minutes past 12 midnight of January 1, 2023 signals the arrival of baby Chim Emela. Kubwa General Hospital played host to the star baby and representatives of Nigerian First Lady and other top government functionaries who paid honor to baby Chim Emela and donated items to rejoice his arrival.
You can see from the gifts that the First Lady has given each one of them, it's a testimony that women go through a lot of things, and because of the successful delivery, she has decided today to honor the mothers, recognize the new babies that were born.
Chim Emela's parents, whose expressions were overwhelmed with gratitude to God for choice of the family to be identified with the rare grace.
I feel so good being celebrated at the first day of the year. It's a great feeling.
Words cannot explain how I feel.
That's not all. As the Ministry of Women Affairs says, it is sustaining the tradition of keeping tab on all babies born from January 2012 to date.
This is one of the projects that she delights in, because she believes that if you take care of the children, you are taking care of the nation. And she promised that next year, by God's grace, those who will not be here, she will hand it over to somebody that will believe that this will be sustained.
Like Chim Emela and other families who welcomed January babies continue to bask in the euphoria of endless joys. The prayers of others may differ, but in the end, smiles and fulfillment is what everyone seeks. Ngozi Technical, NTA News.
Here in Nigeria and parts of the world, the new year is already many hours gone, but celebrations and fireworks still rend the air in most countries. I have Pastor Sheye Malamo joins me right now in the studio live to speak more on expectations from Nigerians, particularly from the new year. And Pastor Malamo is the chaplain of the Aso Villa here in Abuja. Compliments of the season. Happy New Year to you. And by the way, the Pope died at 95. You corrected me earlier on.
Yes, and Lord, peace be unto his soul. And happy New Year to you, Claire. And happy New Year to all wonderful Nigerians who are joining us tonight.
Let's begin with experiences all over the world. I mean, 2022 was a remarkable year, had its vicissitudes of life and all that. For you and Nigeria, what was memorable?
Well, I will say that the Ukrainian war, because it affected the economy all over, including Nigeria. So the death of the Queen was something that was very striking, and the display of all the funeral procession was something that you see in a generation. And also Messi winning World Cup, it said that it's a fairy tale come true. And of course the Carol in the Villa, that's the 8th one we've had, one of the best so far. A lot of things, but I think those ones stood out very well for me.
But Nigeria also had its own bouts of, highs and lows, particularly the lows. But we remained resilient.
Very resilient, ever resilient. Nigeria has this never giving up spirit. We are the never dying people, and I believe that God specially created that in us because we believe that it's going to get better. When it will be, we don't know, but we know that we're on the journey to it get better.
What's your hope for 2023? Your personal hope?
Yeah, my personal hope is that it's like what the Vice President preached on Christmas Day, that we have been given the covenant of Emmanuel, God with us. The best assurance you can have is to have God being with you, because He sees over everything, and because He's with you, you can be assured that He's going to level the mountains. Of course, there will be mountains in 2023. Of course, there will be valleys. He will elevate them. Of course, there will be seas, oceans. He will part them for us. And of course, there's going to be challenges, but we will overcome, because He has promised that He is the Prince of Peace. He has promised He's the God of peace. and will give us peace.
2023, that's this year,
Yes.
is particularly critical for Nigerians and the rest of Africa and the world. And that's because of our election, the 2023 elections.
Yeah.
Can you quickly walk us through the altitude you envisage that Nigerians, should have to enable us achieve our dreams?
Yeah, from the point of view of a religious leader that I am, I know that Nigerians were very religious. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that this matter, the matter of rulership, the matter of choice of leadership, is by the decree of watchers, and the thing is by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that it is God that rules. When we have that understanding, we must approach this season, we must approach the process in the fear of God. We must approach the process with all obedience to the law and the processes, believing that in the overall, in the long run, God is the one that will decide. No man can put himself on the throne. It is God that institutes, it is God that appoints.
A word of advice for our religious leaders and our political leaders as well, especially those who will be contesting 2023, just for us to round off this conversation.
Well, for all our political leaders, they should commit their faith to God. God is the one that appoints leaders. And for all our religious leaders, we must pray that God's choice, God's best choice, is the one that is the eventual winner, because that is who God has ordained to take us to our promised land.
Pastor,
by the grace of God.
Sheyi Malomo, chaplain of the Sheyi Malomo. I'm sorry, Pastor Sheyi Malomo, chaplain of the Asovila. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful New Year celebration. All right, let's take a short break. The new segment of Newsline will return in just a moment.
Nigeria, African beauty on the Gulf of Guinea, blessed with natural landmarks and wildlife reserves. Nigeria, largest economy in Africa. Nigeria, famous accomplishment in entertainment and sports. Nigeria, resourced with globally respected human capital. Our uniqueness lies in our tenacity, our acumen, a testament of success. At NTA, we are forever proud to be the showcase channel of this positive energy and the reflection of the good in our nation. The capacity to tell our nation's story would not have been possible without the support and patronage of the three arms of government: ministries, departments, agencies, corporate bodies, advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups, political parties, and of course you, our esteemed viewers. As we wish you a prosperous new year, let's get set to make 2023 even greater together.
Recharge.
No data, no wahala. Buy, share, give, and manage your data on star 777 hash and enjoy amazing rewards and so much more. Dial star 777 hash.
Unlimited.
Our country people, they talk with one voice. Them say, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu dem want as president of Nigeria for this president election. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu na the man wey we all know and see all the good work he dey do for the country, especially when he be governor of Lagos State. Now when God use turn Lagos to the best state for Nigeria. Today, many people all over Nigeria dey like to go Lagos go settle down for business and better life. Because of the good work wey Bola Tinubu do, people of Nigeria, as Asiwaju do for Lagos, na so him ready to do am for the whole country. Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for president of Nigeria. Vote Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC, the party wey get broom.
My guy, my brother, my blood.
not get waiting fall from sky with ground nothing carry. We have been through a lot and we still stand strong. If you remember, together we overcame monsters, battled the darkness, and even survived loss. But we became unbreakable, unstoppable. So guy, take off the bad vibe. Face the world with your full chest. Because this life, forget, you and me, now we go run out.
My people, my name is Emeka. Make us scammers. Let me get all this again. I don't learn my lesson. Somebody come buy motor for my hand, carry big money, come give me. Now when they get bust, then my eye open. I know see that 419 be. But when EFCC bam, they come back me too. Now he make me they warn you. All of them when they do business like me, where they carry big money, when I go sometimes I go carry transfer, carry bring back. They could shine in my eye because a special control unit against money laundering when they call school. They don't want to say if the money pass 5 million naira for individual, no collect them. If it pass 10 million naira for company, no collect them. Can I go here? Bank. If you don't do one like that, 250,000 naira for every day where this offense happen. Or they will suspend your license, or they will shut them down for your hand. You talk say I know 1 year.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Hey guys, so I'm about to show you this new game that I'm developing for months and trust me, it's going to blow your mind.
Bigger is always better. Get bigger data for better value only with Glow.
So let's go. Unlimited.
Welcome back. You're watching the news on Newsline tonight. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, urges Nigerians to unite in their efforts in ridding the nation of corruption, insecurity and unproductivity. In his New Year message, Obi reminds Nigerians that 2023 is a critical year that will determine the next direction of the nation, and also calls on Nigerians to support him in saving the nation. He restates his commitment to securing and unifying the country and asking Nigerians to hold him accountable to his promises of moving the country from a consuming nation to a producing one. The Labour Party candidate prays that Nigerians have a productive 2023, charging them to remain law-abiding while contributing to the growth and development of the nation. And the Nigerian Air Force says its commitment to maintaining high standards and securing the sovereignty of the country is unshaken, but acknowledges that unity is a key element in nation building. The Commander 013 Quick Response Force, Nigerian Air Force Mina, Air Commodore Elisha Philip Bindle, made this remark during the commemoration of the 2022 Day's annual social-cultural activities, BASA in Mina. Fatima Usman reports.
The day's annual social-cultural activity, also known as BASA, is an age-long tradition of the Nigerian Air Force, held annually to strengthen the bond among its personnel through unity in diversity, promote civil-military relationship. It is also a day set aside to strengthen family ties through social-cultural activities. In commemorating the day, the 013 Quick Response Force, Nigerian Air Force Mina, had its personnel alongside family members, friends gather to have fun.
The bond from this socio-cultural expression is applied in effect to various cultural endowments. It will also ensure sustenance of our culture as well as transfer of culture from one generation to another.
On days like these, officers and men of the Nigerian Air Force adorn their respective cultural attires in solidarity as they acknowledge their commitment to securing the nation. In Mina, I am Fatima Usman, NTA News.
And women and youth have been nudged to strengthen their faith in the ruling APC and support it to retain power at all levels at the forthcoming polls. APC Deputy National Women Leader Zainab Abubakar Ibrahim made a call at the Women's Stakeholders Engagement held in Katsina. Anwar Halu tells us more.
The Women's Stakeholders Engagement is part of the tour to the northern states by the Deputy National Women Leader of the APC. She is in Katsina to sensitize women and canvass support for the APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all other candidates of the party during the forthcoming general elections. The Deputy National Women Leader notes that the APC has done well as government in terms of social investment programs. She expressed satisfaction with the level of awareness and acceptance of the party in Katsina State.
Katsina is APC. From what you can see, all the women have agreed that they will vote only for APC across the board because President Muhammad Buhari has done so well, and they know the antecedents of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, and they also know Diko Ratna, he is their son, and so they know what he can do, and they have all promised. And you know, when women promise, they fulfill their promises, and so we believe that we are going to sweep Katsina clean.
Wife of the state governor Hadiza Aminu Masari spoke on the credibility of the APC's candidates and called on Nigerians to vote for the party. Other speakers appealed to women in the state to vote for the party's candidates for sustainable development. In Katsina, Awal Halaru, NTA News.
The maiden edition of Daurawa Summit held in Daura is drumming public support to government policies towards eradicating poverty and insecurity in Nigeria. Hosseini Suleiman reports that the summit was organized by Daura Youth Development Association.
The summit is the first of its kind since 2012. The aim is to create awareness and job opportunities for the youths. Stakeholders at the event emphasized the importance of national unity and peaceful coexistence, emphasizing that everyone has a role to play in ensuring security at all levels.
Security is the responsibility of everybody, me and you. If they suspect any stranger within their own environment, we should interrogate, find out. They have the ward head, they have the the district head. Before coming to the district head, the emir, and so on and so forth, try to engage in this kind of public awareness programs that will sensitize the youth themselves and even the general public on the way forward on fundamental issues that are affecting the society.
What we have come to understand is, especially the youth, they should be really inspired to make life better for themselves and for the entire community.
The Emir of Daura, Umar Farooq Umar, represented by the Marafan Daura, expressed deep appreciation for the summit and advised that peace must be enshrined in the country for development. The summit is expected to stimulate consciousness on security and economic activities that will enhance food security in the area in particular and the national at large.
Now, motorists plying the Abia Tower axis of Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway have described the massive road rehabilitation projects of the federal government as a right step towards ensuring free flow of traffic during festivities. Informa Ndokolie brings out the traffic situation at that major road junction that links some states in the southeast.
Abia Tower axis of Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway is usually associated with heavy traffic jam during festivities due to surge in socio-economic activities and increased number of people traveling from one place to the other to celebrate. Travelers plying that road axis experience untold hardship and frustration as they spend several hours in traffic. However, the situation seems to have improved this season as there is free flow of traffic at Abia Tower, which motorists described as commendable.
Yesterday, there is no road here. The road up is too much. But I thank God today the traffic is doing well.
Thank God there is a lot of improvements about the traffic movement, mostly in this express junction.
But as of now, it is safe because the road is yet to get congested.
Apart from the prompt intervention of road safety officials, the improved traffic situation at the road junction was equally attributed to massive road rehabilitation embarked upon by the federal government.
We have a better road now, especially along this axis. If you are moving from Umuahia here to Aba, I think it's a good road, and we're also happy that in the last 2 or 3 months we have witnessed less fatality in terms of crashes.
Road users still believe that construction of a flyover at the Abia Tower axis of Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway will bring a permanent solution to the traffic congestion in the area. In Umuahia, Ifeoma Ndulokole, NTA News.
And in other stories now, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority is warning operators in the down and midstream against violating the operational guidelines or risk having their licenses revoked. The authority chief executive Farouk Ahmed told journalists in Abuja that shutting down defaulting depots across the country is a measure to strengthen the market. Here is Lydia Sampson with the rest of the report.
Farouk Ahmed found that what he called market pump price gone up beyond reason. He reiterates that the authority will sustain the clampdown.
7 depots that were shut. We looked at also the distribution, the availability in other depots within the zones. And we realized that yes, even though we showed those depots, the effect on the supply within that zone is not going to be significantly affected. It will also help us for those who are holding to bring it out, because the next level is to go and start checking all the tanks in both petrol stations and in the depots to ensure that no marketer or no retailer is putting the product. And they must understand that when they breach the regulatory requirement, is a revocation of their license.
He says the clampdown on some depots and petrol stations is not to hunt any organization. He gave an assurance that there is 30 days product sufficiency in country and that there is no cause for alarm as the Yuletide and beyond, motorists will experience seamless product access and availability. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Now, Muslims must, as a matter of religion, leverage the concept of brotherhood amongst them to better the lives of fellow human beings and all creatures on earth. Now, those were the words of speakers at the 12th annual confab of Tijaniya Brotherhood, organized by International Tijaniya Brotherhood in conjunction with Tijaniya Muslim Students Association of Nigeria, TIMSAN, citing Quranic verse that describes Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as blessings to all creatures. The forum believes everything about the Prophet as a role model must be followed to the latter for the betterment of the society.
What is my contribution towards my religion that helped me to better the lot of mankind, the universe? Even outside the Muslim scope, to see Islam in new Tijaniya. For my عشق المعدون غير محمد وما يخلق المعدون بالأدوات.
The Tijaniya movement is an Islamic group with allegiance to the leadership of late Senegalese renowned Islamic scholar Sheikh Ibrahim Niasse. And it was a Black New Year celebration for residents of Igbara, Jari, Abeokuta, as a couple and their son were allegedly killed and burnt to death by a suspected arsonist shortly after returning from the crossover service. Investigations reveals that the suspected arsonist trailed the victims, a banker, his wife and son, as well as a relative who came to celebrate the New Year with them from church, where they attended the crossover service. It was gathered that the suspects tied the couple on bed after allegedly killing them, set their corpses ablaze, kidnapped the son and the relative, whom they later dumped into the river. Luck, however, smiled on the relative who escaped from the river, while the son of the deceased has not been found as at the time of this report. Ogun State Commissioner of Police and his team of detectives have visited the scene of the incident for on-the-spot assessment and further investigations. Right, let's pause for some sports stories.
Super Eagles forward Sadiq Umar says he could return to competitive action in February, having recorded massive progress in his recovery from injury. The former Partizan Belgrade star was diagnosed to have suffered a knee ligament injury last September, and it was expected that he would not be able to kick a ball for at least 6 months. But Sadiq has enjoyed a remarkable recovery and could be back working on the pitch this month, only 4 months after surgery. And to the Premier League, Serge Aurier's first Nottingham Forest goal cancelled out Raheem Sterling's strike and earned the strugglers a deserved 1-0 draw against a lackluster Chelsea at the City Ground on Sunday, just as Aston Villa deepened Tottenham's woes by running out 2 winners to condemn the host to a 4th Premier League loss in 7 games. Elsewhere, fans continue to flock at Nasser's megastore to purchase Cristiano Ronaldo's number 7 shirt days after the club announced the signing of the Portugal captain. It is expected that the club stores will witness heavy traffic in the next few days, with fans now counting down the days to Ronaldo's debut, which may come a week from now. Ronaldo has won more than 30 million likes on the club's Instagram page, which published a picture of the player holding the number 7 shirt next to the club's president, while the number of followers of Al Nassr club on Instagram has risen from less than 1 million to more than 5.5 million in a few hours. And finally, Rafael Nadal insists is not thinking about retirement at the moment, just as he says he's tired of being asked about it. Since winning the Australian and French Opens last year to become the all-time Grand Slam record holder, the Spaniard has struggled with injuries, bringing up talks of him taking a bow.
And coming to a press conference seems that I have to retire. So you are very, very interested on my retirement. So I mean, that's for the moment is not the case. When this day arrives, I'm gonna let you know, guys. But
the 22-time Grand Slam champion will be bidding for his 23rd title when he takes to the court at the Australian Open later this month. With sports updates, Bade Adeleye, NTA News.
And the death of Hajia Salamatu Mohammed, mother of Commissioner for Business and Innovation Kaduna State, Professor Kabir Matu, has been described as a great loss not only to the family but Zanga community in Zagon Kataf local government area as a whole. Executive Director News Mohammed Labu of the NTA says this while condoling with the bereaved family in Kaduna. Omar Ajinge reports.
Hajia Salamatu Muhammad, age 91, died early hours of today in Kaduna. Her remains have been buried in line with Islamic injunction.
God that gave her us has taken her away, and I think all we need to do is to pray for the reports of her son. We pray that Allah will reward her good works with Al-Jannah Firdausi.
While condoling the family of the deceased, Muhammad Lagwa described her as a mother who took good care of the home front. He noted that late Hajia Salamatu was able to train her children to become good citizens.
Whoever lives must one day die. We are happy she has lived to a very, very ripe age, and she has seen her children grow in the society to be very, very useful members of the society.
He prayed Almighty Allah to forgive her shortcomings and the family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. In Kaduna, Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
Alright, and that ends the news from Abuja. And Jennifer, before you ask me about my resolutions, I'll be counting my blessings and of course sending some to you.
Thank you, Claire. Now to Newsline proper. New Year Eve is usually characterized by a variety of activities cutting across tribes and religions. While some party into the new year, some opt for prayers, while others simply remain indoors with family members. Olusheye Adeagbo captured the mood in the Federal Capital Territory.
Fireworks went the air in different shapes and forms, signaling the end of 2022 And the dawn of 2023, millions of people stay awake just to see the clock tick past 12 midnight and announcing the new year. At the Central Park Central area of the LCC, the moment is heralded with palpable joy as the people express optimism that 2023 will be better than the preceding year.
Very happy, amazing people, very amazing city, and we hope all the best for the next year for Nigeria.
Away from the social to the spiritual, for these Christians, it is a time to acknowledge the faithfulness of God over the past 365 days and for the gift of life to witness yet another new year. God 2023 being another year of democratic transition for Nigeria, clerics at the worship center's visitors say the year should be seen as a fresh encounter.
And there's a reassurance in the inside of us, which I also want to say to Nigerians, that let's have hope that by the grace of God, 2023 will be better than 2022.
Go out to vote. Vote your conscience. In the next 4 years, who do you think can lead this country to a greater height, to a better direction? Vote that person.
Because overnight services were also characterized with special renditions of soul-lifting songs as the congregation prayed to God to make things right in Nigeria and for Nigerians in 2023.
Ushering in the new year is usually a mixed bag of events and feelings. Fun seekers have altered the social landscape of Kaduna metropolis as they rolled out the drums to bid farewell to year 2022 and usher in year 2023. It was quite fun and exciting as young spinsters thronged Murtala Muhammad Square in the heart of Kaduna in jubilation mood. Haruna Muhammad was part of the celebration.
Fireworks, musical entertainments rocked the air to usher in the new year. They defied the chilled atmosphere to be part of the celebration, and it was quite fun as young and old demonstrate their dancing skills. Year 2022 was for stock taking and reflections.
Thank God we don't have to wear masks today. But 2022 has not been a good year either. It is the year of the Ukraine-Russian war, which has affected many things.
Of course, beyond these, the new year is that of resolutions and turning a new page in life.
I hope as we say goodbye to 2022, we are saying goodbye to all the problems we've gone through in the last 3 years. May 2023 bring new hope, renewed energy, progress, prosperity, and peace to our country.
The crossover is an annual event which will remain indelible in the social landscape of Kaduna State.
Interesting. All around the country, the new year was ushered in with festivities. And from Kaduna, we come to Lagos. It was not totally a spiritual or religious affair, as Nigerians light up the new year in different fashion. For some, it was a time to renew their holy vows to God, while for others, the ticking of the clock at that crucial moment when the world bid farewell to the old year called for celebration. Michael Olale kept vigil moving around the city of Lagos to capture how Nigerians welcomed the new year.
Lagos has a different ambience at night, which adds color and perfection to the beauty of the city. On the eve of the new year, the well-lit streets craved for human presence, but the turnout was minimal. The reason is not far-fetched. Eve of the new year means a lot to Nigerians. No one wants to be on the road when the old year goes away. They would rather be somewhere praying or partying. Somewhere on the island, the atmosphere was like a carnival, with songs and ravings depicting high expectations as people waited for the arrival of the new year. Then the countdown and the brand new year flowed in. Fireworks greeted the silence, with celebration mood portraying happiness at the transition all have been waiting for. The Deputy Governor of Lagos State obviously elated by the Thanksgiving oration, declaring the new year as a time to rise.
As Nigeria is moving forward, may Lagos not come back. As Lagos again is doing a lot of great things, you will not be victim of accidents.
The fun seems endless, with popular Afrobeat artists dishing out special tunes to the admiration of the crowd. For some others, however, ushering in a new year has deep spiritual meaning. They welcome year 2023 in the presence of God with songs of praise and thanksgiving. It was also a time to reaffirm their spiritual injunction of remaining lights of the world.
This is the country we have. We must love it and work for it to remain as one.
The joy expressed by Nigerians, especially Lagosians, for witnessing the new year ran through the day on streets, in homes and places of worship. Even now, the excitement is still on and will likely continue.
Excitement will surely continue. But there's something interesting that happens. It happens in Lagos, and I'm sure happens other places. When it's close to midnight, some people who have never entered a place of worship rush into them, singing, praying, and seemingly repenting of all their sins. After the Happy New Year shout, they sneak out and return back to base. I think this year people should really repent and change. Now, talking about repentance and decisions for new life, New Year resolutions is something people do every year. It's a tradition and a culture for some. Year in, year out, people around the world make resolutions as they cross into the new year. One significant thing about this tradition is that within a few months, most of the resolutions are long forgotten. Curious about this recurring trend, Kehinde Adebisi decided to find out why people renege on their promises and never stand by their resolutions.
A brand new year, obviously, pregnant with lots of uncertainties, but like a dream girl in a fairy world, which I am, I joined the age-long tradition of penciling down my New Year resolution. It is usually my positive guide to harvesting the good things in the midst of plenty, but past experiences have shown that the zeal and energy to stick by them only exists for the first few months of the year. In my curiosity to know if this trend is natural or just peculiar to me alone, I hit the street of Lagos where I met Danny.
Not to follow some part of my friend, which I actually have to both
break it because of the protocol. You know now, friends are some people that you can't just move away with at times. They give you joy, but they give you the other side.
Falling short of his last year's target is not discouraging Daniel from setting new heights.
My personal resolution for next year is getting married, I guess. Based on
For Kayode, it is a case of different strokes for different folks, as most of the successes he achieved in 2022 are attributed to sticking with his resolution, and he is in the new year with the same winning formula.
The same, you start losing out on opportunities and things, and you won't be able to achieve your goals.
Some seem to be on the margin lines, as the practice of making New Year resolutions do not exist in the dictionary.
Resolution, in fact, I don't have that belief in resolution. I have decided, and I will still remain the same thing.
One lesson from my expedition on the street of Lagos is that what works for everybody tends to be different based on the simple tendency of man to make choices and change their minds within a short period of time.
Life must be lived intentionally. Planning, goal setting, budgeting.
It is another new year, and millions of people around the world are making resolutions to be better versions of themselves. One of my resolutions this year is to be a world-class journalist. And you might want to ask me at the end of the year 2023 if I'm able to keep up with my resolutions.
I heard you right, Candy, and I will ask you at the end of the year, and let's see how that will work. But I am optimistic that you'll keep to your promise. There was a celebration in the home of a young entrepreneur, Miriam Okanya, who emerged the latest house winner in the ongoing Glow Festival of Joy promo. The keys to the 3-bedroom apartment was presented to the 31-year-old Miriam at a colorful ceremony in Port Harcourt by Glow. Senan Vamigboye reports.
The new year looks good for Miriam Okanya, who emerged winner of a 3-bedroom house in the ongoing Glow Festival of Joy promo, initiated by Globalcom in its quest to appreciate loyal customers of the communication service provider. The Glow Festival of Joy promo commenced November 1 and has seen many loyal subscribers across the country rewarded with mouth-watering prizes. In the latest raffle draw held at Globalcom office, Aba Road, Port Harcourt, Miriam Okanya, who emerged winner of a 3-bedroom house, moved from this family house in Iriebe, the outskirts of Port Harcourt, to becoming a landlady of the 3-bedroom house in GRA Port Harcourt, courtesy of Globalcom. The keys to the 3-bedroom apartment was presented to 31-year-old Miriam by Obiakpa local government chairman George Arialu.
They made a promise, and they have kept to that promise, which is what was lacking outside the political space, even in the corporate world.
Glow Festival of Joy promo is another opportunity for the telecommunications giant to reward its subscribers with amazing prizes. This is in line with commitments to continue the empowerment of its customers.
We congratulate today's lucky winner and enjoy everyone to spread the word that in Globalcom we keep our promises to our customers.
And when I came in yesterday, she told me, I didn't believe in the because I've been hearing like Globalcom, and I've never seen it. This is the first time I'm seeing it in my life. 2022 have brought to the family. It's a curious.
To participate in the promo, subscribers are to dial *661#, then load data worth 20,000 naira monthly.
Sharing joy. Time for some messages. Newsline will be back shortly.
With 4 gigabytes for 1,000 naira, I have non-stop access to non-stop entertainment on YouTube. I miss non-stop.
Glow Unlimited.
It's another for Nigeria. Oh, better days are coming. Better days that gives us hope and strength. To keep the hope alive. Bring them spark back to all Nigerians.
It's a new dawn in Nigeria. With hope beckons on our people. The silver lining dots the skies. The feminine portents a bright future as the people of Nigeria move to vote a man whom they have come to trust for the realization of their aspirations for a better Nigeria. That man is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He has been tested. He can be trusted. Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as President of Nigeria 2023. Vote Kashim Shettima as Vice President. Vote APC. Surely with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the smiles are returning. We are close to home.
Bring them smiles back to all Nigerians.
Nothing should divide us. Nothing can divide us. And absolutely nothing will divide us. In our togetherness lies our strength. Our diverse nature beautifies us. Yes, we may not agree socially, politically, and culturally. Not even our ideological, religious, or ethnic differences should lead to bloodshed. Let us draw a leaf from the painful reality of our recent history and give dialogue and negotiation a chance. Let us support our gallant men and women of the armed forces, symbol of our national unity. One people we are, have been, and always will be. Nigeria is my country. Your country, our country. Let us keep her together in peace and unity.
You clean your teeth every morning, but that fresh breath feeling just doesn't last. The answer? Easy. You keep your teeth strong and healthy and give your mouth long-lasting fresh breath with new Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste. It helps strengthen your teeth and gives you long-lasting fresh breath.
So fresh, feel fresh, and feel fresh.
Stay strong, stay fresh. New Oral-B toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
Fresh on your date. Get even fresher with Closer. New Closer Triple Fresh Formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and cools intensely, keeping you protected and fresh.
Let's take a picture.
Fresh. Still fresh. Still protected. All day confidence to get close. New Closer Triple Fresh Formula.
Nancy, I need to walk the talk. It's a walk I've walked many times. It's okay, everyone. Nothing's well. Before, these top stains would stay on my clothes, and all the scrubbing would fade my colors. But thanks to Ariel Color Expert, nothing's well.
It lifts the toughest stains, keeping your clothes bright, wash after wash.
Don't say Ariel Color Expert.
New Ariel, 5 times Color Protect Power.
Welcome back. It was a gathering of diplomats, the intelligence community, the royals and business moguls, all in honor of the turbaning of the Sardauna Katsina and Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Abdullahi Mohammed. Captures the mood in Katsina for Newsline.
An architectural wonder, its integrity intact, and so the flow of the lineage of the Dikkos.
one of the most outstanding qualities they look for when a Sardauna is chosen. With a title, the pride of the late Premier of Northern Nigeria, and the Premier holder of the title in Kaduna, late Ibrahim Komasi. That gives an idea of the size of the shoes the new Sardauna Kaduna Ahmed Rufai Abubakar is stepping into. But a peep into his lineage also proves the fact that he is the round peg to the hole, a great-great-grandson of Maudi, an outstanding shield of the emirate. The formal turbaning and the horse ride to his roots at Corporate Derby. The horses, the trumpets, the impeccable costumes, and that of the riders. The streets salutes the news of Donan Kasana, with men, women, and children going against the odds to catch a glimpse. And when the microphone goes to those who know the life and career of Donan Kasana, the testimony unveils the embodiment of integrity.
Certainly is a day of joy, and we are with him in this joyous moment. And we pray may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect him and guide him and give him wisdom to be able to discharge his duties in accordance with what is laid down tradition.
Yeah, he's a man of the people, very well grounded, well accepted, and indications of that is that people have accepted his contributions to the community.
We're all very proud of him, and it's very deserving, and he has all the qualities, rare qualities I might add, to merit this title. We congratulate him, and we pray for Allah's guidance, and I hope he will continue to do his best in the service of his community.
A palatial lunch, variety of dishes, and thereafter the Sardauna Kasana himself turned to a microphone with appreciation to Kaduna Emirates, its people, and well-wishers.
I remain grateful not just to the Emir in the first instance, but to the President Muhammadu, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, to the people of Katsina, to all the friends and relations and colleagues. You see many of them here.
Have much to keep for time to come.
Very colorful indeed. We have a very flamboyant and beautiful cultural heritage. Year 2022 ended on a happy note for traditional rulers in Yagba Federal Constituency in Kogi State. The National Assembly member representing the constituency, Leke Abejide, took the rulers by surprise when he gave them Toyota Highlander Jeeps. Jonathan Omajali has more from Alu town of Leke Abejide.
There is no better way to end the year with the ones you love. It was a case of saving the best for the last. Call it a festival sport utility vehicles, and you won't be wrong. "48 traditional rulers from Yaba East, Yaba West, and Mapamuro local government received the Toyota Highlander gifts. It comes few months after he gave the Nigeria police and other groups operational vehicles."
So I think it's not possible that we have been able to do that. We can't thank him. He is marvelous. This is unbelievable.
8 first class, 7 second class, and 33 third class traditional rulers benefited from the uncommon gesture.
God has helped us through me to develop Yaba, and that's why you see Yaba is the envy of all. That's what is happening today now. There's no way it's happening in Nigeria. Let me say in Kogi State. Even if it's happening in other places, I don't think it's massive as this. The important thing is to appreciate the role the traditional rulers have played in maintaining peace and security of their domain and maintenance of culture. Love our people, so and it's not happy seeing them without a car.
They were first timer at the Green Chamber. Abejide's impressive humanitarian records continue to endear him to members of his constituency.
I want to strongly believe that it is his own personal money. You talk about empowerment. I've done a lot of roads. I've included all the general hospitals in the federal constituency with modern hospital equipment.
Eruku, an agrarian community.
Interesting. I mean, at the end of the year, you get gifts like that you didn't even expect. I can imagine how excited they were. It was a glorious moment for Dr. Taye Obateru, a university professor, and Dr. Kenny Obateru, an oil magnate, as they were both conferred with titles of Bobagowa and Otuba Deruku. Kende Omolosho reports that the bestowment of the traditional titles is part of activities to mark the 10-year coronation anniversary of the monarch of Eruku in Ilori, Kwara State.
Eruku, an agrarian community in Ekiti local government area of Kwara State, came alive as dignitaries from all walks of life converged on the community as the Owa of Eruku celebrated its 10th anniversary on the throne. Part of the activities for the celebration was the investiture of eminent personalities in the community. Dr. Taye Obateru, a former head of Department of Mass Communication at the University of Jos, was installed as the Bobagowa, and his wife, Mrs. Agnes Obateru, Yeye Bobagowa, while the immediate past General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Dr. Kenny Obateru, was installed as the Otumba of Eruku, and his wife, Yeye Otumba of Eruku. The titles to them is a call to serve, deliver, and ease the burden of the Owa of Eruku.
We've been involved in community service, and if the community didn't fit to recognize that by conferring us with a title, it's a challenge to do more. God has given enablement, and He gave us the enablement to do what we did that made us deserve this recognition. Definitely we'll continue to strive to do more for the betterment of the city.
I will advise them to continue to live as a united community. She has been doing her part, and this will just be an added advantage for her to do more.
They've excelled, and they will just always plow back, and they have even plowed back.
The lesson is, we grow up, we must remember the community where we come from.
This is an honor well deserved.
When you recognize accomplishment, it spurs you, it gingers you, it's a kick for you to do more. This recognition is well deserved, it is long overdue, and I think it will go a long way to bring in more blessings for the people of Eruku. African culture need to be known, and through this enthronement, we will surely share whatever it is to all abroad people.
Owa of Eruku, Obabusa Ayinde Olanrewaju, charged indigents of the town to come together to transform the community into a modern town.
These people have done the little they could do, and they are still doing it. You that you have not done it, you are there, and you can see this progress, you should come up. And I would use one to strive very well to help that business to develop,
We wish them the very best, and good to be honored when you've done very good for your community. The next report is called consanguinity, meaning marriage between individuals who are closely related. This is allowed and often encouraged by the Islamic religion worldwide. It was therefore not surprising to see the families of late Alhaji Amadu Chechengi and Alhaji Nadabo Chechengi, both brothers and renowned Kaduna businessmen, roll out the drums to celebrate the wedding fatia of their children Amina Nadabo Chechengi and Sani Tahe Chechengi. Haruna Mohammed, who witnessed the event at the residence of the late Chechengi in Tudun Wadan, Kaduna, filed this report for Newsline.
Residents of late Alhaji Ahmadu Chenchengi came back to life as relations, friends and well-wishers trucked to the area to be part of the wedding solemnization between siblings of the Chenchengis. A Kaduna-based renowned Islamic cleric, Sheikh Ahmad Mahmoud Gumi, presided over the wedding fatia after the guardian of the groom paid the dowry and observing fundamental rights of marriage based on the tenets of Sunnah. The couple, Sani Tahir Chenchengi and his heartthrob Aminonadabu Chenchengi, were full of joy and fulfillment of their life ambition to have each other as husband and wife.
I find somebody that I love, which is Amina, she's precious to me. I love her so much, and I wish that we have a beautiful family.
He's a kind person. He has an open heart. He's always welcoming everyone. He's always there for everyone.
Friends and relations were not left out in counseling the couple how to live a blissful marital life.
I'm so happy for them, both of them. They are cousins actually, and I'm so excited for them. Come on, we pray the union stays forever with the blessed memory. Have endurance, because nothing than endurance in marriage. I wish them a blissful family.
A very happy married life. I hope they have a blessed marriage.
Be patient with each other, to tolerate each other, should be very kind to each other.
Advise between the groom and the bride, let them stay peacefully.
Parents of the bride are in joyful mood as their daughter is moving into her matrimonial home, a decent wife. They however prayed for her.
Very happy. They are brothers and sisters. If there's anything, they should come and report to me so that I can talk to them.
They should be patient with one another, solve their own problems, make themselves happy.
Solve their own problems, make themselves happy. Very important. The rich cultural heritage and practices of Ofa indigenes were once again brought to limelight at the 2022 annual Ijakade Ofa Festival held at the Ofa Township Stadium, Ofa, Kwara State. Ahmed Fulani reports that the 2022 Ijakade Ofa Festival is the 9th in the series which the reign of Ofa monarch began in 2010.
Traditional rulers, government officials, captains of industry, religious leaders, as well as sons and daughters of Ofa converged for the grand finale of the 2022 Ijakade Festival. One after the other, each district paid homage to Olofa as part of the requirements for the festival. The Olofa of Ofa, Oba Muftau Badamasi Esuwoye II, believes the culture of equity, fairness, and justice Ijakade connotes must be sustained and passed down to the next generation.
We are determined to enhance the productivity of our people by ensuring that they are healthy, educated, and equipped with relevant skills.
We're trying to ensure that we increase the productivity of the inhabitants of Ofa, right from their teenage days. That's why the Ofa Education Hub is also up and running.
We are making special appeal to Kwara State government under your leadership, sir, Your Excellency, to incorporate Ijakade Festival as part of Kwara State Ministry of Agriculture and Tourism in annual work plan activities.
The lessons of unity, togetherness, and doing things well has also come to fore for Ofa. This is a new beginning, a new dawn.
Both the federal and Kwara State governments are interested in modernizing the Ijakade Festival through partnership that will lead to economic growth and cultural stability.
Today's program is capable of uplifting the entire community. It is a demonstration of love. It is a demonstration of commitment. It is a demonstration of loyalty. These are rich traditions which speak to the histories and aspirations of our people. We will continue to identify with and promote this rich culture.
The climax of the festival was the royal Ijakade bout between the Olofa and the Isa of Ofa, and the symbolic cutting of yam signifying equity and justice.
off ceremony was a sight to behold, with various theatrical performances, including marine and masquerade dance, on display. Star and consolation prizes were presented to the winners of the various competitions, including the new Miss Offer. This year's festival is the first since the outbreak of COVID-19 2 years ago.
Beautiful culture and tradition, and I think we need to market our culture and tradition more. Many people would definitely love to pay and come to Nigeria to enjoy what we have here naturally that's been given to us from years, from our forefathers. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Imori, a Sunjaba of Isu local government area of Imo State, announces the funeral program of their matriarch Ezini Iziada Juliana Mwabari Mary Obiefuli as follows. Tuesday, 3rd January 2023, Christian wake and service of songs at Mberi's compound in Zineri, Imori, Imo State by 6 p.m. Wednesday, 4th January, body leaves the Federal Medical Center FMC Owen Mortuary to her hometown in Zineri, Imori, Isunjaba by 6 a.m. Requiem Mass, St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Isunjaba by 10 a.m. Interment, Mberi Family Compound. Reception frames immediately at National Primary School, Imori, Isunjaba. Sunday, 8th January, Thanksgiving service at Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Imori, Isunjaba by 10 a.m. is survived by Mazi Geoffrey Omeri, son, Dr. Maurice Omeri, son, Permanent Secretary, General Service Office, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mrs. Rosetta Ihezro, daughter, Marcelinus Okichuku Omeri, son, Mrs. Chinwe Ibuchuku, daughter, Mr. Victor Alayo Omeri, son, brothers and sisters, in-laws, friends and sympathizers. Announcer, Mazi Geoffrey Omeri for the family.
Welcome to the National Center for Women Development, a home away from home. With our beautifully renovated hotel, the center can also boast of a 1,700-seater auditorium for conferences. The edifice has an African, continental, and Arabian restaurant, a daycare creche for nursing mothers. There is also an ICT department for computer training, and also a training department for catering, tailoring, and hairdressing. For more information, please contact the National Center for Women Development, Tafa Balewa Way, opposite the Central Bank of Nigeria's CBN headquarters, Central District Area, Abuja, or telephone 070-511-1163. National Center for Women Development. Rebranding, restructuring, and repositioning.
Since 1971, Nigeria's famous human capital development institution, the Industrial Training Fund, ITF, has been at the forefront of equipping Nigerians with skills for national growth. Today's ITF has repositioned and refocused its programs, forging new partnerships locally and internationally to effectively deliver on its mandate. With 37 area offices and 5 industrial skills training centers across the country, ITF is pushing to reduce unemployment by providing relevant technical and vocational skills for employability and entrepreneurship in diverse trades and crafts. Whether you're a public or private organization seeking to improve the skills of your personnel, or an individual looking to acquire skills that will increase your chances of employment or even to help start your own business, today's ITF has a program for you. Speak to us today. Contact our area offices nationwide or visit our website www.itf.gov.ng. ITF, developing the nation's human resource.
Not like overconfident women. Don't touch me without my permission.
I'm a playful guy and I do get carried away sometimes.
You are selfish, manipulative, and you are a nasty. What have you done for me? You say that now, but then when you see your mother, you start to act like you're a dead dog. You are supposed to be more careful. Really not enough.
Welcome back. The next story is about a 52-year-old man, Thomas Ibebulam, diagnosed of kidney failure. He is appealing for 15 million naira financial assistance from the public to enable him undergo kidney transplant to save his life. Kate Osowa has details.
Thomas Ibeblam, a middle-aged man and the father of 4 children, is a native of Umudimu Mezalama in a Himemba local government area of Imo State. The 52-year-old man is a businessman and has before now been working hard to make ends meet for his family before he was diagnosed of kidney disease. And for 2 years now, he has been going for dialysis to manage the disease. According to Ibeblam, he was initially going for the dialysis once a month and later once in a week, but currently he's going for the therapy 3 times a week as recommended by his doctor and at the cost of over 80,000 naira for each visit. He says he has not been meeting up due to lack of funds.
Still a question now. We go for the concept. No problem matter how it's taken care of. But just call some of what's happening.
The medical report says he would need a kidney transplant to survive. According to the medical doctor handling his case, who spoke off camera, Ibeblam would need the sum of 15 million naira for the transplant, hence this appeal. His wife, Patricia Ibeblam, says her husband's health challenge has brought untold hardship on the family to the extent that their 2 children in the higher institutions had to be withdrawn for being unable to pay their tuition.
The doctor said that if I can be able to come up with 13 to 15 million naira for his transplant and the drugs, and that is the amount that we are looking for, because we have sold everything that we have, and the little business that I'm doing has been going down every day.
Call our people to help us so that we already can have his kidney transplant and be okay.
The kidney patient, whose business has crumbled as a result of the ailment, is hopeful that good-spirited individuals will extend love to him in this season of life to enable him live.
Our efforts will go a long way in saving his life. Let's not let him die. We can do something and we need to do it fast. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Popular hit song bumper. One they call. Oh, do you know with GoTV you can enjoy the best of local and international shows? That's festive. Really? Makes sense. Really? Something with no. Look, the food.
Yes. Pay for any package this festive and GoTV will bring it to a higher package. Wow.
For this festive season, everybody go shine well because now bumper time with day. Renew your subscription and get upgraded to a higher package. Dial star 288 hash to enjoy. Now better entertainment will show pass. GoTV, love it.
They swore an oath to serve our fatherland and defend the people. They traded their freedom, comfortable homes and mortgaged their lives on the battleground for our unity and peaceful living. These are the great, fearless, loyal and committed Nigerian armed forces who risked their lives courageously to safeguard our borders. But in the line of duty, many never returned. Nigerians, arise, let's celebrate our fallen heroes. We honor the remembrance emblem with pride to support the incapacitated and families of our fallen heroes.
Occasion this cause for reflection and remind us of the sacrifice made by our armed forces in preserving the unity of the country.
All ministries, parastatals, religious and corporate bodies to donate generously to the Emblem Appeal Lounge. Send the donations to this account. Account name, Emblem Appeal Lounge. Account number 393-200-7526. EcoBank Nigeria PLC.
Welcome back. Death is inevitable and most times called unannounced. Some people have come face to face with death and never lived to tell of their experience. This is the case with Selimota Idowu Suleiman, who helplessly battled and succumbed to death hanging on an Abuja-bound train. Serafina Okon Umekwe is standing by to tell us about the Black Thursday cloud which enveloped the nation's capital and particularly the Nigerian Television Authority.
This is Chikakori community growing in the neighborhood of the popular Kubra area of Abuja. Despite the goats, it has only one access path leading in and out. The provision of train services routed through the same community, although a plus to its development, residents have had to contend with the blessings that has also brought sorrow to many families. This is owing to the absence of crossbars or signs usually erected at every community, hosting train tracks to guard against accidents. Train ramming on people in this community, residents describe as one too many. The latest being that of Thursday, 15 December 2022. Solimota Idowu Suleiman, like any other day, was set to go to work, and with no premonition of a last conversation.
She left, and I was joking with her. We are going to work. Work empty for me.
Sometimes the train will be moving without adequate information of its own.
Magnetic material that comes around an unmagnetized objects can get it magnetized by induction. The rest is reduced magnetism, and since magnetism is this magnetic, without magnetism it introduces a kind of force. There's a magnetic field around it, and this is a region of influence of the attraction.
The sit beside me here used to be late Solimota Idowu sit, and unfortunately we lost her to a train accident.
Basse and Ibrahim of the Cleaning and Security Unit of NTA 5 Abuja shared their last encounter with the deceased.
That you ask, when you enter Ibrahim, are you eating? I say no. Meet me in the office.
Everybody knows, say, that woman is quiet. The year has ended on a bad note. I feel my for intentional family. I'm greatly missed her.
The Director General of NTA, Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos, led his management team to a condolence visit to the family.
Thanks to Almighty Allah for the life she has lived, and of course the lives that she has impacted.
However, the community leader used the medium to appeal to the Federal Ministries of Works, Transport and the Nigerian Railway Corporation to provide crossbars in the area. Since the commencement of the commercial activities of the railway, Salimota's accident is said to be about the 7th sad incident on that spot.
We appeal to them, we even went as a group, to appeal to them that they should know how to help us for this community.
The late Selimota Idowu Suleiman joined the services of the Nigerian Television Authority in 2017.
May her dear soul rest in peace. So sad, particularly because that death could have been avoided. I also think lifting barrier gates should be put on both sides of the rails to prevent cars getting stuck on the track and more accidents. This is where we'll end today's episode of Newsline on this first edition of Newsline in year 2023. Thank you for being with us all through year 2022, and we're optimistic that you will be there again this year 2023. So until next week, don't forget that the fastest and easiest way to becoming a star is to connect with the NTA to stand against rape and rapists. Good night and God bless Nigeria.
to feel powerful with the NTA News Mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, more access to real-time information.
There's a start. Archbishop of basketball, go! He hung on that net like a stalk up a train. NTA Sports 24 brings you full speed all on AV. Tune in to watch NTA Sports 24 on Star Times Channel 270, Star Facts on Channel 434, TV on Channel 734. NTA Sports 24, where sports thrive.
This is the network service of the NTA.